Talk about a game that you definitely want to be on this side again for our third game in a row that's been this close. But hats off to West Virginia. I thought they were absolutely incredible. I thought they obviously shot the ball well. They were great, especially when you lose, such a significant player just a game or two ago. And so from that standpoint, we know how that is, and that's not easy to be able to come out like that. And I thought they were phenomenal. And I'm really proud of the response that we had. Really, I thought our third quarter was kind of back to us. I thought offensively, we have a lot of room for improvement, but I thought our second half was better than our first. And then I'm just proud of the way that we managed the end of the game. And, there's a couple things here or there maybe we can do differently. But we're going to learn from this. We're going to grow from this. But I'm really proud of not just our team, but I'm proud of our league. I'm proud of the Big 12. I mean, that was a great basketball game today. And it showcased a lot of great players. And I think that's really special because this league is a very, very good basketball league.
Let's go to Ryan Aber.
Yeah, Jennie, congratulations. Just the week that y'all had, sum up what it's like to end it with this. And do you feel like there was maybe a little bit of a hangover, from some of those things that y'all went through this week coming into the day?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I don't know, but I also think West Virginia was really good. So as much as you want to say that we didn't show up, I don't know if that's actually accurate. I think West Virginia threw the first punch and we didn't necessarily respond. I mean, so I don't want to say it was all that. I think West Virginia had a lot to do with it. They had travel things too. We all have things. So from that standpoint, I feel like we turned the ball over a lot in that first quarter, and they threw us out of rhythm. And I think we can come out with better focus, and I think we can come out and play better. But I do think the biggest lesson that we learned is we've got to be steady when we need to be steady, and we got to have a lot of fun and let it go when we got to let it go. Because I think we got a little too tight at times. Because when we don't, we're a pretty darn good basketball team.
And then also want to ask you about the way y'all finished. I think the way that the first, third, fourth, all finished with some positive things going your way there at the end. What did you feel like was the key to that, and just the way that you were able to respond to get back in the game in those situations?
Well, I think this team, we have this incredible belief in ourselves and in each other, and I think that's what makes this team really special. So I think as time goes, I think we do manage really well, and we manage by making a lot of reads. We're down 3. We know everybody knows who we're trying to get the ball to, and so the movement I thought was really good. I thought Kelby Washington really had a great game, and then I thought Nevaeh Tot really came along after that, especially after Kelby fouled out. But I think Kelby had some big plays right before the end of some of those quarters. I do think when you have experience, obviously we missed Maddie Williams in the second quarter, but she can do some really great things as well. And so I think from the management standpoint, I think we're really doing a nice job at the end of those.
Appreciate it, Jennie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joey Helmer.
Yeah, Jennie, I just want to ask about the mentality of this team. I think we've seen it a number of times this year, but this seemed like kind of the prototypical game where you just refuse to lose, that you come back at the end of a regulation to end of overtime. Just your team's mentality to come out with a win in a game like this.
Yeah. No, I think I'm just really proud of them. You look at the stat sheet. We got out rebounded by a lot. We got, it felt like we got out hustled at times. We didn't necessarily shoot as well as we have been from the free throw line. Things didn't go well until we had to. And then somehow when we have to, we find a way. And so it'd be nice to do that earlier and more consistent and for the first 40 minutes. But I think this team just has a togetherness that's really, really special. And so, it's coming. You know it's coming. You know, I mean, a season is also of waves, right? Like you have good moments, and then you have some moments where you're not playing at your best, and then you have other moments, and then in those moments that you're not playing at your best, you got to find different ways, and that's where we're at. So, and we don't go out to go win every game. We go out to play, right? And you want to play, and you want to play together, and the belief that they have in each other is really special. And so, from that standpoint, at the end of the game, we all know who the ball needs to go to. We all know that we all need to rebound. We all know exactly where everybody needs to go, and then we can start to make those reads. So from that standpoint, we've had so much experience at end of games that I'd put my money on our team anytime. But I don't. Just make sure compliance knows that I don't.
Taylor, can you kind of speak to that? Just is it kind of tangible? Can you feel that late in games to where it's like your team feels like, hey, we're just going to win this game. We're not going to lose this game.
Yeah, I think we can all feel it in our huddles, and even when we're playing, the belief that we have and that we know that there's still enough time left, no matter how many we're down or how little of time is left, we know that there's still a chance, and we believe, and it happened.
And with that, sometimes you got to risk, missing a shot, and sometimes you have to risk, making a shot and then having to make another one. I mean, you talk about pressure shots. I think, obviously Taylor's free throws. It would have been nice if she would have made it, and then it would have been an and one.
Sorry.
That's all right. Next time.
I'll be better.
Next time. You owe us. But also Maddie Williams, who struggled from the free throw line, and then when she had to hit two, she hit them.
Go to Jennie Carlson.
Hey, Jennie, I was watching you at the end of the game when Maddie hit that shot, and I don't know if you saw some of the heart rate monitors from Pat Mahomes during their playoff win, but it didn't hardly register some of the stuff he was involved with. It looked the same for you. What are those moments like for you? Are you as calm inside as you look outside?
Yeah, I think I am, because you're still managing the game, and I think today was one of those games where I think as a team we needed to be more steady at times, and we were really frantic, and then we were fouling, and then we were running all over the place, and then they would get a shot. And then there were times where we were a little bit flat, where we needed to be a little bit more upbeat. And that's where at those times I'm trying to read our team of when we need to be up a little bit more and when we need to be a little bit more steady. And so in that moment, we needed to just get back and play defense. And so that's because you knew they were going to push it, and they'd scored on us in transition. So from that standpoint, you literally go from one play to the next. And I can promise you, my heart rate watching the film might not be the same.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.